Welcome back to the Winston Rago Show. Hello and good night, folks. I'm here live again once with my friend. Let me introduce my guest, Rudy.
Hi, hello everybody.
Rudy is a friend of mine. I'll just give you a few seconds here. We started off with Win TV, with this actual program. He's the one that brought me into the whole TV program and the show on Win TV. And he's here to share a few words with us. Well, Rudy, you could introduce yourself and tell us about first meeting you with the show, when he started the show, the program on Win TV.
Well, the concept was based on something that you had developed and you wanted to pursue a little bit more. And the opportunity came about while I was there at Win TV, and we were able to put together, we were looking at different ways in terms of how to do the show. And then I came up with the idea of doing perhaps a live special, and I'll never forget the date, September 11th.
Right, let me just cut you in there, really. When the first time I came to the office to Win TV, I had to come and talk to you. You didn't seem to even know about cycling at all. You weren't so, interested in the whole side. What made you change then to have this show that we did on, the live show event? What really captured it? Was it something I said to you, or was it something that somebody had said?
I think it was not that something that somebody had said. I think it was more in terms of, one of the questions that I remember asking you was, why do you want to do this? You do it for the fame, you do it for the girls, you do it for the money. And you said point blank, you didn't need it for the girls or for the money. And it wasn't really for the fame, but you wanted to do it to help people because you realized that a lot of people need help in finding a way to help solve some of the issues and some of their problems. And that was one thing that kind of helped me gravitate a little bit more towards you. And then from there, it kind of grew into something into where it is now. I remember that night when it was an evening meeting, and we sat down there for a little bit over an hour while we were talking there with your assistant at the time, Javel, sorry. And there were people who were popping in and out of the office during the meeting. You were telling them stuff, and I said, hey, what's going on with me? You're telling other people stuff, but you didn't tell me nothing about me. And it's only after we closed that meeting and we went downstairs and I was kind of walking into your car, then he told me something that kind of struck me.
So that was just something to give you, to draw your attention. I think I do remember saying, I like to save the best for last.
Yeah, something like that.
And we went in the car park outside, wrapping up the show, and then the next thing I know, Rudy was there. I started saying something to him. I guess you will know what it is I said to you. Beside that, there was somebody else in the car park I was talking to, the host of Win TV, Sheldon Yearwood. And I said something to him here, and it was kind of like, right, drawn back. You remember that? And
oh yeah. He actually had to pull you aside, and he said, wait. I want to hear this, and you guys went to one side, and actually he was very moved by what you had to tell him. And I think like everybody else, when they meet with you, we did several stuff together. We did some live shots outside, and a compilation of things that we did for the show. And what struck me was that everybody that you met, that you said something to, even if it was for 30 seconds, 1 minute that you had an encounter with, they were absolutely blown away by what you had to tell them.
so folks, you heard that. Rudy's here again once with me in the studio here. And we plan to have a real packed show. We're just still trying to get our rapport going because we're not sure if it's today, the show is going tomorrow. But by next week, sure, we will be, Rudy, having a fixed date. We'll be inviting guests here from next week. We will be doing the online thing. But most of all, what I want is reach out to people with their problems to help. The show really, the basic thing of the show is to help you, the viewers out there. As Rudy was saying, I went to Win TV and I said to them, I didn't care about the money. I think Rudy, remember, we did a show, it was in September.
Actually, you were paid nothing.
I was paid nothing. And on top of that, let me tell you something, my viewers. I brought a share to run the show on television, which was just not what they asked for, but a lot more, just to show the viewers out there that day that we could do something, we can help.
Well, actually, at the same time, I wanted to get some analytics on the show. And because Win TV, you can only view Win TV via cable, we asked the cable company if they would be able to give us some analytics in terms of where we were positioned in terms of the overall viewership between local and cable. And when I got results the following week, we were number 2 behind the, we were number 2, and that was all the people who were watching cable and all the people watching.
Was that Miss World going on the same night? Miss World or Miss Universe show was going on. I think it was the same night or the day after. It has to be some clashing.
Yeah, something was clashing on it. But the viewership was, but that blew me away because at that time we were never able to command that sort of presence at Win. They did very strong throughout the election at that time. But that show, that live show was phenomenal. The reports that we got, the feedback we got, and we also did it to show you how authentic it was. We asked people to come in, and it was a live studio also at that show. It was a live studio, so people came in. We had invited people to come in from everywhere, and people came and said, yes, they want to be part of it. And you know, people, while the show was going on, people were still coming in, and we actually had people standing up in the back or outside.
Well, the viewers, I'm saying this again to you. We are going to start this program with you looking on and telling a friend exactly what is taking place. You can view my Facebook page. You can go to Winston Ragu, or you can Google me at www.winstonragu.com, or you can view all our videos that are going to be played back live on my Facebook as well. Rudy will be taking it to the street sometime next week. Also, we'll be having a lot of people here. We'll take guests in the studio here to have a live show to interact. So stay right there. We'll be back in 1 minute.